The 2016 Porsche 911 Turbo S by TechArt. The Porsche 911 Turbo S needs no introduction, so let's skip the pleasantries and jump ahead to something owners will find mighty interesting. There's a new program out for both the 911 Turbo S and the 911 Carrera S. It's made by TechArt, which is famous for being one of the most Porsche-focused aftermarket companies in the business. Not one to diminish its own reputation, TechArt's new engine upgrade package for the 911 Turbo S comes with a power increase that takes the output of the sports car's 3.8-liter turbocharged flat-6 engine from the standard 540 horsepower and 533 pound-feet of torque to 640 horses and 649 pound-feet of twist. As I mentioned, there's also a separate program for all variants of the 911 Carrera S and 4S. Sure, these engine upgrades don't reach the levels of the 911 Turbo's output increase, but TechArt still managed to get 480 ponies and 428 pound-feet of torque out of them. That's a nice bump up from the 420 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque output of the standard Carrera. Other than the engine upgrades, the kit also includes plenty of aerodynamic parts for both 911 variants and a tailor-made interior that offers detailed elements of style and craftsmanship. The tuner is also offering suspension improvements and a new set of wheels, finishing off what can only be described as one of the most comprehensive aftermarket programs for two of the current generation Porsche 911's most high-strung models. Continue after the jump to read the full story. Exterior. Diving deep into the exterior upgrades for the Porsche 911 Turbo and the 911 Carrera 4S reveal an extensive aero kit that includes a multi-stage, adjustable two-piece front spoiler with an integrated splitter and a fixed rear wing. The components are made from carbon fiber, so owners can be sure that they're getting lightweight materials to go with their aerodynamic functions on the front and rear of the Porsche sports car. TechArt is also offering carbon fiber parts as cosmetic additions to the 911's exterior. TechArt is also offering carbon fiber parts as cosmetic additions to the 911's exterior. These parts are made from the German's tuner's in-house carbon fiber shop and can be personalized in a variety of finishes, including matte or high gloss on a number of the Porsche's body components like the side skirts, air intakes, and side mirrors. Finishing off the exterior upgrades is a new set of 20 and 21-inch Formula IV wheels that can also be individualized depending on the customer's wishes. Interior. TechArt's press release made no mention of any interior upgrades, but I looked into the company's website and it revealed a very comprehensive program for the cabin that involves plenty of goodies to choose from. Leather refinement on the upholstery? Check. Carbon trims? Check. Carbon fiber trim? Check. The tuner is even offering color-matched instrument dials and lacquered seat back panels to anyone who may want to get them. It doesn't end there. Also on offer is TechArt's very own Type 7 sports steering wheel that is actually based on the raw steering wheel trim of Porsche's optional GT Sport steering wheel for the 911. The steering wheel's functions are obviously kept intact, but the design is reshaped and dressed with fine leather, Alcantara, carbon fiber, and leather piping. Even the paddle shifters can be dressed in the good stuff. Oh, TechArt's also offering illuminated aluminum door entry guards with its name on it. Drivetrain. This is the heart of TechArt's new aftermarket offering for both the Porsche 911 Turbo S and the 911 Carrera 4S. In truth, the tuner is offering two separate power kits highlighted by improvements to the engine's engine management unit. The increased output results in a 0 to 60 mph time of 2.7 seconds for the 911 Turbo S and 2.8 seconds for the 911 Turbo S Cabriolet to go with a 210 mph top speed. The upgrades aren't going to blow anyone's mind away, but the results are nonetheless impressive. In the case of the 911 Turbo S, output increased by 60 horsepower and 96 pound-feet of torque, bringing the total number up to 640 horsepower and 649 pound-feet of torque. The increased output results in a 0 to 60 mph time of 2.7 seconds for the 911 Turbo S and 2.8 seconds for the 911 Turbo S Cabriolet to go with a 210 mph top speed. As for the 911 Carrera 4S, output has risen to 480 ponies and 428 pound-feet of torque, 60 horses and 59 pound-feet of torque, more than the sports car's standard output of 420 ponies and 369 pound-feet of twist. Depending on the variant of the 911 Carrera, TechArt's program cuts down the car's 0 to 60 mph sprint time. For example, the 911 Carrera 4S can now do it in 3.6 seconds, while its cabriolet counterpart can do it in 3.8 seconds. Likewise, the 911 Carrera S can sprint to 60 miles per hour from a standstill position in 3.7 seconds, whereas the Carrera S Cabriolet can now do it in 3.9 seconds. Top speed for all four 911 Carrera versions now sits at 193 miles per hour. Chassis and suspension. To accommodate the power gains, TechArt also has a bevy of suspension upgrades for the 911 Turbo S and the 911 Carrera 4S. Chief among them is the tuner's own nose-lift front axle lift system that can adjust the car's ride height by 2.36 inches at the front axle, all at the push of a button, or automatically whenever the sports car's speed drops below 31 miles per hour. Pricing. The total price of TechArt's engine program for the 911 Turbo S and Carrera S amounts to €3,900, or about $4,375 based on current exchange rates. Not that the mentioned price already includes VAT and installation. As for the other upgrades, the tuner made no mention of their prices, so would-be customers are invited to contact TechArt directly to get a price quote. Competition. Porsche 911 Carrera 4S by Topcar. Topcar presented its own program for the 911 Carrera 4S back in February 2016. Like TechArt, the Russian tuner covered all the bases with its tuning kit, and none was more important than the engine upgrade that came with. On that end, the 911 Carrera 4S received an engine control unit, new filters, manifolds, and a new exhaust system. The result is an output of 500 horsepower, although no mention of increased torque was mentioned. Still, it's enough to best what TechArt managed to achieve, and allows the Porsche sports car to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in the mid 3-second range to go with a top speed in the vicinity of 195 miles per hour. Read our full review here. Conclusion. This is arguably one of the most comprehensive programs you'll see in the market for the Porsche 911 Turbo S and the 911 Carrera 4S. It's got a great exterior package, a ridiculously detailed interior program, and an engine modification kit that brings out a flashier and sportier side out of both Porsche models. There may be rival kits out there that offer more power, but you'd be hard-pressed to find one that can turn every facet of the 911 into something as unique as this. Love it. Personalized interior. Plenty of engine upgrades for all variants of the 911 engine program as affordable. Leave it. Is there a case for too much carbon fiber?
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.